action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Friday edition of TNInews. Now, before we jump into today's news, I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you missed it, I've talked about this a couple of times this week, but just in case you missed it, I've been making some updates, improving the benefits of becoming a channel member here on my YouTube channel, becoming an action figure enthusiast channel member. So number one thing is I've lowered the price to the lowest possible of 99 cents. So it's a very small price. And in return for that, you're going to start getting more in the way of exclusive content, not only here on YouTube, but I also plan on creating a special section on the TNI message boards where only channel members are going to be granted access. So you will have to register on those message boards. But then if you are a channel member here on YouTube, you'll be granted special access to that page on the TNI forums. And with that, you'll get additional content, contests, giveaways, things like that. So for those of you who decide you don't want to become a channel member, and that's totally cool, you will be getting essentially the same level of content here on YouTube that you always have. Regular news videos like this on Fridays, and then usually on Mondays and Wednesdays, just a normal live stream. But as you saw yesterday, possibly, I did a special live stream where only channel members were able to participate in the chat. At that time, I only had 2 channel members. That has since grown to 8 channel members last time I checked. So thank you for everyone who has become a channel member in just the last 24 hours. And to celebrate that, I'm probably next Tuesday, going to do a special live stream similar to what I did yesterday. Only I'm going to do a contest giveaway for those who, channel members. Probably give away something like $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. That's not to say I won't ever do, contests and giveaways for everybody like I have in the past, both here on YouTube and on the websites. But again, I am going to start doing more in the way of special content for those who go that little extra mile in becoming a channel member. Now, a lot of this has to do with the fact that my website, Toy News International, starting next year, is going to be celebrating its 25th anniversary. So we're going to be hopefully doing a lot of celebrating next year with a lot of contests and things like that, just to say thank you to everybody who has supported the websites over the years, has come to this channel and supported it. Again, basically, I just want to try and give back to you guys and create a community, which has always been one of my goals, is to create kind of a non-toxic, non-drama filled community where people can just come and share their love of action figures, because we all know action figures are great. So there you go. A link to becoming a channel member is available down in the video description below if you want to look more into that. And again, just a big thank you to everybody who has and hopefully will become channel members here on YouTube. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the news, and let's start off with some McFarlane news. So actually yesterday when I was doing that live stream, we had the breaking news during the stream, the official images and details for the new McFarlane Toys Joker movie Murray Franklin set. So this is something that they had announced. I want to say they first announced it maybe even a year ago, but definitely at San Diego back in July. They had announced it again at New York Comic Con. They announced it or showed it, a slide off saying it was coming. But yesterday we got the official images and details, including the price, which is definitely something that I think a lot of people were quite taken back a bit, even in this day and age of very high priced items. I don't think anyone was expecting this set to cost $249.99. So the set does come with 2 action figures, 2 7-inch scale DC Multiverse action figures, one of the Joker himself and then the other of Murray, who of course was played by Robert De Niro. I'm sure getting the likeness rights for him was not terribly cheap. But because of the price being so high, and I'm sure McFarlane was getting a lot of feedback on that, they actually issued this official statement about the price. And in the statement, you can see basically what they're saying is, due to the mature nature of the movie, they were only able to do a very limited number of these sets, and this was really the only way, according to what they're saying, that they could get us a Joker figure like this. I don't know how much I buy that. I definitely feel like this isn't something that mass retailers would be that interested in, especially since the second Joker movie that just came out pretty much bombed at the box office. But again, essentially equating the price to essentially doing a very low limited run. And I will tell you, like, Entertainment Earth sold out of this set in like 7 minutes. And I don't think it's because it was like just that popular. It seems to me more likely that Entertainment Earth maybe only ordered a small handful of these, so they sold out very quickly. Last time I checked, as I'm filming this, the set is still available for pre-order on Amazon, as well as Big Bad Toy Store. But again, for some reason, and I'm guessing because Entertainment Earth decided they didn't want to carry a lot of them, they sold out very quickly. But again, McFarlane is of course aware of the very high price, and they put out this statement. Now the set, they also go on to say that's why they try to put in all this extra stuff, like the notepad and stuff, and things like that, which I think most of us feel like, yeah, I could do without that if it lowered the price. But I think most people probably want the set for the Joker figure itself, and I've seen a lot of people asking the question, will they offer the Joker figure as a standalone figure? And at this time, there's no indication of that. However, I would not be shocked if at some point we hear about a single release platinum edition Joker figure, kind of like they've done with the Lucius Fox figure that came with the Tumbler vehicle based on the Morgan Freeman character. That was essentially the main way to get that was to buy the vehicle, but there through Walmart was the limited release of the single release of that figure, again as a platinum edition figure, which actually was available again on Walmart's website earlier today. I don't know if it's sold out, and you might check your local store if you're still trying to get that figure. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do something similar with this Joker figure, releasing it as some type of platinum, probably store exclusive, sometime down the road. But right now, there's been no indication of that. I've seen no like overseas listings or anything like that suggesting there would be a single release of the Joker figure. So we'll just have to see. So, if you definitely want this Joker figure, I would say your best bet is to get this set if you're willing to spend that money. And again, you do get the Robert De Niro figure as well. You get 2 faceplates with the Joker figure. You get multiple pairs of hands. This set actually has a gun. You get a pistol. You get a piece of paper with Joker's doodlings on it. You get an art card like we always get. You get, for the De Niro figure, you get a coffee mug and you get a microphone. There's the desk, there are the chairs, there's the plant, there's the backdrop from the Murray Franklin, late night talk show, a late night talk show type setup if you think that's something you might use for your dioramas or what have you. So, there's quite a bit in this set. Again, I wouldn't really say it's worth $250 unless you're just really, really a big Joker fan. But, again, this might be the only way, especially because that second Joker movie, pretty much bombed at the box office. I don't expect to see a lot of emphasis put on products from these Joker movies going forward. So I won't say it's impossible, again, that we might see McFarlane do a single release as a platinum edition somewhere down the road. But right now it does seem like this is the best way to get a Joker figure if that's something you really need for your collection. In other McFarlane news, going up for pre-order this week, we got another one of those Batman cowls. This is a 1:1 scale 21-inch cowl based on the Adam West Batman cowl. So this is available at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and the cost of this one is $99.99. This week we also got a new pre-order for a 1/6 scale Joker statue based on Jason Fabok's artwork. So this one's going to cost you $49.99, and again, it is available for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I believe it's on Amazon as well. And then going up for pre-order on November 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Time at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and again, I believe Amazon will have these. It's the next wave of the new Batman Adventure figures. These are 6-inch figures. These are basically reissue figures. So you may recall last week we got the pre-order for the Red Hood figure that was stuck in with the DC Page Punchers, essentially kind of part of the same line. But this wave is going to include Riddler, Batman, and Scarecrow. So again, we've gotten these figures before. These were originally released by DC Collectibles, But if you missed out on those and you want another shot at them, look for them to go up for pre-order next week on the 22nd. And then finally on the McFarlane front, I just wanted to share a new batch of overseas listings. These come from overseas distributors. These generally turn out to be true. So, but they have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane Toys, so we will consider them rumor until they actually get confirmed. But just going down the list, and you can see the entire list on Toy News International. You got a glimpse of it here as well. But things that stood out to me, you've got a new Mega figure, a 2-pack with Flash versus Titano. I'm not really familiar with that character, but it's a Mega figure, so I guess he's a bigger dude. So that's coming. Also for collector edition 2-pack, we're getting Batman versus Killer Croc from the Grim Knight storyline. We're getting some new collector edition 7-inch figures, single releases, Deadshot. We are getting Batman Year 2, version 2, and Adam Strange. So that is wave 10 for the DC Collector Edition. Then for wave 11, which looks like it's actually going to have 4 figures in it, plus, there's a Mega figure, which is actually listed as part of wave 10. So that is Batman Final Suit, Justice League 6th Dimension figure. So I'm not really familiar with that one either, but that is going to be a Mega figure. Part of wave 10, so essentially a standalone, but again, that is going to be coming. And then for wave 11, for Justice League of America, we're getting Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, and Mr. Terrific. And then as an added addition, a new Superman figure from Strange Lives of Superman. So those are all part of the DC Collector Edition series. We are getting some new version of Azrael and Batman armor. It's listed as Nightmare, so I'm not sure what that's in reference to. So we've gotten, Azrael in the Bat armor before a couple of different times. So I don't know how this figure will be different, but again, that was a listing, and hopefully, for me, they haven't quite gotten that character right with the colors and everything. So I am hoping, this will be the best one yet. It is a gold label figure, which means it's going to be some type of store exclusive. So as we've seen with the previous ones, so I don't know if it's going to be that easy to get, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got some repaints for Batman and Robin. So we're getting a Frostbite version of Batman, which is, kind of the translucent or bluish, semi-translucent plastic figure that they do, oftentimes released as like GameStop exclusives. It is a gold label figure, so it will be some type of store exclusive. Also, Mr. Freeze, I'm assuming just the Build-A-Figure, is going to be getting the black light treatment. So again, another gold label figure. A new Captain Carrot glow-in-the-dark figure. So, the same Captain Carrot, only this one is going to glow in the dark. So that should be interesting. Again, another gold label figure, so some type of store exclusive. And then we're also getting Batman Dark Knights of Steel gold label figure and a Batman Year 2 black and white accent gold label figure. So, again, all those will be store exclusives of some type. We are getting for the 6-inch retro line, Sinestro, so Super Friends Sinestro. So, we've seen them do Batman for, this essentially, started out with the 66 Batman series, but now they're branching off into Super Friends, it looks like. So this is a 6-inch figure, and again, the only one listed in this latest batch of listings, I would expect there would be more. It's wave 12. So, but Sinestro looks like is going to be coming in this line. If we get any more details on that, I'll let you know. But again, it looks like they're branching out into, the TV 6-inch stuff with Super Friends. So that should be interesting. We've got the Hard Act figure. We know that wave, that they updated us on that Hard Act Build-A-Figure wave from the Batman animated series, which will be exclusive to Target stores. Was originally supposed to go up last year, I think it was. But I guess the Bruce Wayne Build-A-Figure didn't get approval in time or something, so it got delayed. But that wave should be coming. Again, here in the United States, that's going to be a Target exclusive wave. Then we've got some figures coming from the new Superman movie. I've kept these listings fairly spoiler free. So, main takeaway here is just know that obviously they are going to be doing figures from the new movie, upcoming movie, the James Gunn movie. There's going to be a Mega figure, and if you want if you look around the internet hard enough, you can probably find some of these names. But again, I would consider it to be somewhat spoiler, so just beware. There's going to be a 12-inch Superman figure. I mean, obviously, if you're going to do Superman movie figures, you're going to do Superman, so that's not really a spoiler. We're going to get a 7-inch deluxe figure, and then a supervillain figure in this line. And I have no idea who the supervillain is. It just said supervillain, so they didn't even put the name for that one. There's going to be, for DC Superpowers, there's going to be a multi-pack set and a play set. So, again, if you look hard enough around the internet, you can probably find a little more details, but I'm going to keep the spoiler free, so I'm not going to go into any specifics. But again, just know for their various DC lines, you are going to start seeing product for the new Superman movie. And then finally, non-DC related, for you movie maniac fans, there's going to be a Fallout Vault Boy glow-in-the-dark figure, which will be gold label. I'm assuming probably will be released through Amazon. Now let's switch over to NECA, and McFarlane Toys wasn't the only company to issue a statement this week. We also got an official statement from NECA Toys in regards to the delay for their San Diego Comic-Con stuff. For people who bought their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives online, many people have yet to get their shipments. This includes the first Turtles 2-pack. I think that's the main thing that's been delayed. I can tell you that I had pre-ordered that Turtle 2-pack along with the Owl figure, and my shipment just arrived. This again, I placed the pre-order back before San Diego Comic-Con in July, and I just got mine like a little over a week ago. I did not bother emailing NECA, finding out what was going on. I figured they would ship them when they shipped them. I wasn't like in a super hurry. So, and again, they did show up. But because there's been such a delay, and I know people have contacted their customer service, and I guess a lot of people didn't get great customer service from NECA, which I think is what has prompted this message, which starts off with them saying, "We messed up." So, something didn't go well if that's what you start your statement with. And they basically apologize for the shipping delays and the confusion. They say due to an unexpected technical glitch in their shipping system, some orders were delayed and assigned incorrect tracking info, which has been brought to their attention, but their customer service was not aware of this issue until, I guess, just now. And so they were not able to give out correct details about the delay. So they didn't. I've seen a lot of people say like, "Oh, well, their customer service knew about it because I called up and told them about it." And that's not what they're saying here. They're not saying that their customer service wasn't aware of the delay. They're saying their customer service wasn't aware of the cause of the delay, and therefore, when they were trying to tell people, and I think basically what they ended up telling people was, "Oh, it'll show up at the end of the month," and then the month came and went, and it didn't show up, and then they called back, and it was, "Oh, it'll be at the end of the month," and so. Basically, they're saying that they did not keep their customer service people informed well enough to give, viable answers on what was going on. I can't tell you why this happened. I will say this is, to me, is a perfect example of why toy manufacturers should quit trying to become toy retailers and let the toy retailers do the retailing and let the manufacturers concentrate on the manufacturing. But I'm sure that would just go on deaf ears with the toy manufacturers who continually try and sell directly to the consumer. So, again, they are taking responsibility for the delay. Not that I'm aware of they're doing anything to compensate people for the delay, but they are addressing it, saying that they're aware of it now, that they apologize, and so on and so forth. So if you ordered that stuff back in July, and you still haven't gotten it, then I suspect you will at some point. I don't know when. Again, I just got mine like a week or so ago. I did not email them or anything. It just showed up. So I suspect that is what will happen with yours if you still haven't gotten it yet. Okay, now let's jump into some Marvel Legend news. So first of all, we had a couple of pre-orders this week, including that Across the Spiderverse alternate spot figure that they first announced at the Lucca convention in Italy a little over a week or so ago. So that has gone up for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. The cost of that one is about $25. It seems to me is just pretty much a repaint of the previous white spot, including the same accessories with some additional paint applications. So it's not anything drastic. I have not seen the movie, so I don't know why it goes from white to black. But if you've seen it, then this might be something that interests you. And again, this figure is available for pre-order. And then the other two pre-orders we got this week were reissues of two of the X-Men 97 Marvel Legend figures. So first of all, that Rogue figure that was supposed to go up for pre-order during the Target Geek Out event finally went up for pre-order this week on Tuesday, and it did sell out. It lasted about an hour, I would say, before it sold out. So if you were online at 9 a.m. when it first went up, you probably were able to get this one if it was one you still wanted to add to your collection. It is now currently, the pre-orders are sold out. I don't know if Target will get any more in, or when it comes in stock, if they'll offer it again. I don't know. And I also don't know why only Target got this figure as the reissue. This originally was a general release. I suspect Target paid to have it as an exclusive reissue, but I don't know for sure. But right now, at least, the Rogue figure was only available through Target. However, Gambit also went up for pre-order this week, a reissue of the Gambit figure that was available pretty much everywhere, including Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And last time I checked, it was still available at those places. The irony here is, of course, though, I believe the Rogue figure was probably in more demand. So it's kind of annoying that it had the more limited release over the Gambit figure. But that's how it goes. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Rogue gets offered again, either through Target or maybe eventually through other e-tailers. But we'll just have to wait and see if that actually happens. And then the only other piece of Marvel Legend news I really have for you today is for next week. It looks like those MCU reissue figures that were also announced during the time of the LOTR convention by Dan Young. I don't think these were actually on display at the LOTR convention, but they got announced during that time frame. So these are in the blue box. These are the third and fourth figures they've done in this kind of MCU reissue line. These are just reissues. There's really nothing different about these figures other than the packaging from their original releases. And they're basically being done for those who maybe missed out on the original release of these MCU figures. So the Captain America figure, which is actually a really nice figure, if you haven't gotten that one and you're into MCU stuff, that one might be worth checking out. Far From Home Spider-Man, that one, I don't know, wasn't a favorite of mine personally, but if you're a big Spider-Man fan, and again, if you missed out on it, you might want to check that one out. So Dan Young said that they should be going up next week. He did not give a specific day for when they will go up, but I checked the Entertainment Earth drop zone page, and based on the clues that were given, I'm going to say these two are probably going to go up on Thursday, the 21st. And these will be available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. They will also likely be available at like Amazon and big box retailers as well. So again, the idea behind these are basically to get these major characters from the MCU into hands of people that maybe have come into the line late. And one last bit of Marvel news I wanted to share with you. We've got this preview image for the upcoming SH Figuarts Across the Spiderverse Spider-Man Noir figure. So this one is going to come with a Spider-Ham figure, which I don't think is going to have much in the way of articulation, but it will be included. We don't have a lot of details other than just this preview image. I think we've seen this on display at some of the conventions, so I don't think it's our very first time seeing it, but it is our first official image for it. And when more details become available, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Now we'll keep it with Figuarts and jump over to Star Wars. So we got a couple of official images for two new Star Wars figures, both based on Obi-Wan Kenobi. So first of all, going up for pre-order this month on the 18th will be Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars A New Hope, the original Obi-Wan. We'll have a soft goods robe that you can take off, have his lightsaber, have blade effects, things like that. So again, this one is supposed to be going up for pre-order on the 18th and will be supposed to be released in June of next year. And then on top of that, we got a preview image for a younger Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel movies and of course the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I don't know, I guess this is technically based on Revenge of the Sith. No pre-order date on this one yet. It also will have a soft goods robe. I'm sure we'll have his lightsaber and hilt and blades and all that stuff as well. But again, and of course they've done this version of Obi-Wan before, but this is an updated version. And again, pre-order details, I'm guessing, will be coming soon. And sticking with Star Wars, going to Hasbro with Black Series, we had two new Black Series 2-packs. These are part of the Gaming Greats line. These 2-packs are being offered as Amazon exclusives. They went up for pre-order this week. As I'm filming this, both sets are still available. They cost about $45 each. So the two sets, one set includes a clone commando and a training battle droid. And then the second set includes the character Dagan, Jada, and hybrid BX droid. So all of the droids and the clone trooper, I think, are pretty much just repaints. But the Dagan figure, I believe, is new. But again, if you're into gaming greats and you like to collect clones and droids and what have you, you might want to check these out. And as I said, both sets are still available on Amazon's website. And also just note, when it comes to Star Wars, we're supposed to be getting new Star Wars reveals. It started this week and will go through December 17th. So every Tuesday we'll get some type of new Star Wars product reveal from like Hasbro and such. And then I would expect they will go up for pre-order that week. So we should get some more Star Wars stuff next Tuesday. All right, now let's get into some G.I. Joe news. So first of all, we've got this week going up for pre-order on the Mattel Creations website and on Hasbro Pulse, a new Mega Bloks G.I. Joe set. So, Hasbro has been licensing out their brands to other companies, including Mattel. And of course, Mattel does the Mega Bloks, which are, similar to Legos. If you're not familiar with Mega Bloks, they're kind of like Legos. So we're getting an official G.I. Joe set. This is features the Sky Striker versus the Cobra Hiss. And you get some minifigures with this set. You get, for G.I. Joe, you get Duke and Ace for the Sky Striker. And then for Cobra and the Hiss Tank, you get Cobra Commander and the Hiss Tank Driver. And, the accessories, the weapons are very similar to the original Real American Hero line. It's actually a pretty cool set, in my opinion. It does have a bit of a hefty price tag, though if you collect building block sets, you're probably used to that. Legos are certainly not cheap. But this set's going to cost you $81, and right now, at least, it looks like it's being sold exclusively on the Mattel Creations and Hasbro Pulse websites. I don't think other retailers are going to be offering this set, at least not anytime soon. I would imagine if this set does well, we will see more G.I. Joe Mega Block sets, but I guess time will tell on that. We've also had some early prototype figures leak out of the factories and make their way online. So we've got some images, and I don't know the original source of these images. Again, they leaked out from overseas. So we've got a look at Heavy Duty, and the final version may vary from what we see here, but again, we're getting a look at Heavy Duty. Footloose as well. The Footloose figure does not have a head, so but you get a look at the accessories and the body. And then from somebody named Jay Khan, again, factory samples, it looks like, of the Ninja Force Slice and Dice. So those appear to be coming to the classified line as well, and this is kind of our very early first look at those figures. Now, for you Masters of the Universe fans, finally going up for official pre-order is the Origins Deluxe Modulok figure. Amazon had put this up a couple of times, but it sold out very quickly. But now you can get this for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Again, this is a deluxe figure, so it's going to cost $29.99. But, Modulok is a pretty cool character, and if it's one that you've been wanting to add to your Origins collection, as I say, it is available for pre-order now. Also, for the Turtles of Grayskull line, the two Bop Steady figure, kind of too bad with Rocksteady and Bebop's heads. It's one figure with their heads, in keeping with the Too Bad character from Masters of the Universe. So, of course, this is part of the Turtles Masters of the Universe mashup line. This figure is currently available on Target, Target's website. I believe it maybe has been hitting physical Target stores as well. It's $24.99. I don't know if other retailers will end up carrying this one. I want to say probably at some point down the road, but right now Target is definitely the best place if you want to add this one to your collection. Going up this week on the Mattel Creations website is the Origins Geldor figure. So this is a Mattel Creations exclusive. We saw this on display at San Diego Comic-Con. I know very little about this character. I know they did a classics version of this character, which I think was the first time this character got an action figure. But again, he is now entering the Origins line. The figure is $20, and as I'm filming this, it is still available on the Mattel Creations website. And then finally, for Masters of the Universe, going up on the Mondo website today was what they're calling a Designer Con exclusive Masters of the Universe 1/6 scale Hell Skull, which is essentially a repaint of their Battle Cat figure in Anti-Eternia colors. So they've done Anti-Eternia He-Man before, and now they're giving him his own version of Battle Cat. Now, this went up this morning or around noon today, and it quickly sold out in less than an hour. I think it sold out. The cost was $499. Designer Con is this weekend, so I believe, might have some available there. I don't know if they'll make it available, if they'll have more to make available online at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but right now, the initial pre-orders for this Battle Cat sold out. Again, it was $499. Pretty cool looking, if you're into the Anti-Eternia stuff, black and red and all that. So, but again, at least for online for now, it is no longer available. If you're a fan of Cyberpunk, specifically Cyberpunk Edge Runners, we've got 2 new figures going up for pre-order next week from Jada Toys. These are 1/12 scale figures, so essentially 6-inch figures. These figures have been on display at places like San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con. But again, the pre-orders for the first 2 figures in the Cyberpunk line that they're doing are going up for pre-order next week on the 18th with the David and Lucy characters. So these will be available at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Hiya Toys has a new Walking Dead 1/18 scale figure that has gone up for pre-order of Rick Grimes. The Ones Who Live, Rick Grimes, is technically how this figure is listed. It is a previews exclusive. So you can pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. You could probably order this through your favorite local comic book store as well. The cost of it is $24.99. And then finally for today, we're going to end off with some Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts news. I've already talked about Marvel and Star Wars. There's been a lot of preview reveals from Tamashii Nations this week. And I'm not going to go over everything that was revealed by them. We talked about some of this yesterday, but I did want to hit 2 highlights, which is our first look at their Lord of the Rings SH Figuarts figures. So they announced that they were doing figures from Lord of the Rings a couple of weeks ago. And so now we've got to look at the first 3 or 4, technically, if you want to consider the Gollum a 4th figure, which is included with Frodo. We've got our first looks at those. So the first 2 that will be going up for pre-order, which will be on the 18th, so next week, will be the Aragorn and Frodo figure. And again, Frodo will come with a Gollum figure that has minimal articulation. I imagine they will do a standalone Gollum figure at some point, but right now they are offering Frodo, which is a smaller character. They're also throwing in a Gollum figure. So again, pre-orders for both of these 2 figures will be next week. And then we also got a preview for a 3rd figure, Legolas, which won't be going up for pre-order next week, but probably maybe next month. That one will go up for pre-order. But if you're into Lord of the Rings and you like SH Figuarts stuff, you might want to check these out. My personal opinion is I think they need to work on the likenesses, the actor likenesses with these, at least from these images. I don't think they look terribly like the actors, but that's me. So, but as I say, if you're into Lord of the Rings, look for the first 2 to go up for pre-order next week. And then in keeping with that, not only Lord of the Rings, but they're also going to be doing SH Figuarts Harry Potter figures. So these, again, are just previews. These are not going up for pre-order next week, but we're getting our first look at Harry. And then, of course, his arch nemesis, Voldemort. So, again, we just have the preview images. I don't know when these will be going up for pre-order, but when more details become available, I'll be sure to let you know. And I will say, out of these 2, Harry, obviously, his hair is blowing and stuff. I'm guessing we'll get more than one head sculpt, so I'll wait and see what the other head sculpts look on that one. The Voldemort looks pretty good to me. He's got a soft goods robe, which I think has some wiring in it so you can pose it. So that one definitely looks pretty good. But again, as far as Harry Potter goes, when more details become available on those, I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't already, please consider becoming an Action Figure Enthusiast channel member. It is only 99 cents, and I almost guarantee that you will be getting more than your money's worth if you decide to become a channel member, and there's a link to that in the video description below if you want to become a channel member. If you're new to this channel, if this is like your first time watching this channel, then please think about subscribing. Hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,